morning, you after 12ers, you autonomous alcoholics, whatever you call yourself. Sometimes I just prefer human. We're outside today because I got tired of being in my stuffy, pseudo-fake YouTube influencer studio, whatever you want to call that thing. Also because this is just where I wanted to be right now, and that's what we're going to get into today. In the last episode we talked about getting clear on what you want and why you want it. And we're going to unpack that a little bit further today, and we're going to bust some myths right now that might have been fed to us when we were in certain rooms where selfishness and self-centeredness was convincingly proposed to us as the root of our problem. We're also going to bust some myths around the disease model that I don't subscribe to anymore. Not that it's right, not that it's wrong, it just was no longer useful to me. And so in that, I don't believe that my selfishness, my self-centeredness was the root of my problem. I think not knowing what I wanted and doing a lot of things that I didn't want to do was at the root of my problem. I got a real good example today. It's part of why I'm wearing this shirt. I actually wore this shirt last night. I don't usually wear the same clothes twice, but it's such a perfect example. I had a human walk up to me. I was sitting in a public space just writing, and he said, "I love that shirt on you. It looks amazing. It goes great with your eyes, with your hair." And I said, "Thank you. There's a really awesome story behind the shirt and what it means to me. Would you like to hear it?" And he said, "No, I think I'm content. I just wanted to let you know how good it looked on you and how well it matched with your eyes and your hair. But thank you for offering." And my response with a giant smile was, "I love that you were able to express exactly what you wanted and only what you wanted." He didn't feel obligated to engage in the conversation with me about the shirt, and I was not offended in the slightest that he didn't want to hear it. And this boils down to getting clear on what you want and why you want it, and being able to express those things and being able to only do those things. And the clarity that comes with that and the potency that comes with that. And I don't believe that makes me selfish or self-centered. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It builds the vision for the life that I really wanted instead of the life that I used to live. It's like the gravity that starts to pull me forward with these visions of the things I want versus the things that I don't want. All of us know what we don't want, but getting clear on what we do want, I don't think it's selfish at all. I think very recently Matthew McConaughey, and I've heard a couple other people talk about this as well, where people have expressed that they might be full of themselves, and they simply respond with, "Well, who else should I be full of?" And I do get told that today, and I'm okay with that because I feel good about me. I feel good about who I am, what I want, why I want it, and where I'm going with it. I don't believe that makes me selfish. In fact, I think that makes me more me. I think that makes me more useful to myself, to my people, to the world that I want to build, the way that I want to feel. Because at the end of the day, isn't that why we did drugs? Isn't that why we did alcohol? We simply wanted to feel different. We wanted a different feeling, and that was the quickest avenue to get us there. With the things that we want, whether it be the lover in your bed, the car in your garage, the house that you're sleeping in, the money in your bank account. At the end of the day, is it cool to hold the money? Is it cool to drive the car? Yeah, all of that is cool. But don't we really care about the feeling, the way we feel around that lover? The way we feel when we're sleeping in that house? The way we feel going down the road, driving that car? That's no different than the reason we used to put certain chemicals in our body to feel a certain way. We were more interested in the feeling than the actual drug. We were more interested in the feeling than the actual car. So I don't think it's selfish or self-centered at all. And I don't believe that I suffer from some uncurable disease that makes me selfish. In fact, I think I suffered from not a disease, but a belief system where what I wanted didn't matter. A belief system where I constantly needed everyone else's approval, or that I was constantly at risk of not getting other people's approval because of the way I lived my life, the choices that I made, the things that I did. The irony and the fear of that is the horrid string of choices that I made for nearly a decade that nobody fucking approved of anyway. So if they're not going to approve of my choices, I may as well make positive, healthy ones that give me the life I want, the feelings that I want, rather than all that bullshit we used to engage in, all those distractions, all that chaos. We've got some rain moving in here in Austin, but I wanted to get outside. Notice what I want. I like being outside. I like going for walks in the morning, and I wanted to get that knocked out. I wanted to get to enjoy and appreciate that before the rain came in. So that's another reason why I'm outside right now. So go do something that you want today. Not because somebody else wants you to do it, but because it's what you wanted to do and it makes you feel the most like you. Behind all of that approval seeking, last little wisdom nugget here before I move along and get about my day. I can feel the raindrops coming in. All of those fears about what people weren't going to approve of in me, the things I said, the things I do. Fuck, I don't even know if these people in public right now approve of me recording this video out here. They probably don't want to hear this bullshit, but I'm not here to seek their approval. This is also not bullshit, but you get my point. You get my point. At the end of the day, what was really behind that was a long list of things in myself that I didn't approve of in me. Things about me that I hadn't accepted. And some of them were things that I just needed to accept, and other things were things that I simply needed to change. So if you ever find yourself seeking someone's approval, or afraid of whether or not they're going to approve of what you say, or what you do, or what you wear, even the clothes on your back, ask yourself, what parts of you are you currently not approving of? And do you either just need to accept those parts about you, or do you maybe need to make a few adjustments? And it's okay if you need to make adjustments. It doesn't have to be this big, dramatic, over the top, oh my God, beat yourself up with all this self-deprecation and then such a piece of shit and I'm gonna forever be in debt. No, it doesn't have to be that heavy. We don't have to choose to struggle like that anymore. I have chosen to struggle with so many things for so long, and there just doesn't have to be that choice to struggle. Are things going to be hard at times? Yeah. But they don't have to be a struggle. They don't have to be complicated. It's really that simple. I love you guys. I got to get moving before this rain comes in. I will see y'all on the next one.